Alright guys, it's Chatterbox Reviews, coming at you guys with my monthly TV wrap-up for the month of January. Alright, so this is a series that I did back in 2019, I believe, was the last episode for this one, or, just a little video. So this one, what I usually would do, and back in 2019, what I did is basically round up every episode that I watched of TV in that month. And not necessarily any old shows that I was watching, just shows that came out that released episodes that month is what I covered then. And in most of those videos, I had, 10 to 16, some like 30, I think, was a couple of the videos, 30 episodes a month that I watched, right? So what I would do then is, categorize it top 5 episodes, worst 3 episodes, and then best actor, best actress. So kind of just highlighting those things out of the episodes I watched that month. And, this was really, kind of a fun thing to do, of course. I really enjoy making lists and rankings and, looking back on stuff like that. But also, it's really useful because it's, it's really good that now at the end of the year, when looking back on the year of television and something like A True Detective back in 2019 coming out in February, is really easy to forget by the time you get to December. And so, being able to look back on these videos and some of these notes, and kind of piecing together, I really like that one from then and this one. So really helpful for those annual year-end awards on the channel. Of course, putting those together and getting those nominations and everything. So yeah, and really enjoyed doing that, of course. So 2020 was obviously a bit different, right? And the thing I noticed about 2019 is I actually never did a January recap. So I actually started in February that year. So this is what I want to start off with, a January one, even though I've only seen 4 new episodes of TV that actually aired in January of 2021. I still wanted to do this just so I have it out there, and then hopefully February we can kind of get back on track, and hopefully I'll see some more episodes in February, and then we can actually kind of get back to that format of top 5, worst 3, best performances, and kind of go in that direction. But for this one, almost every episode here is from 2020. So this is a month where I just caught up on a bunch of shows. I put out, I believe, 3 reviews, I think. And so that was for What We Do in the Shadows, Moonbase 8, and Soulmates. I guess I'll just go over all the TV shows I watched this month then first. And then, and then kind of get into some of my thoughts of the ones that I didn't review already on the channel. So anyways, if you enjoy this type of video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Would really appreciate that as well. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this month of television. I haven't really heard a lot of stuff about it because there just aren't that many shows on right now. Or maybe I might be mistaken. Maybe there are some really good shows on, and I'm just missing out. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys are watching, what your guys' thoughts are, and especially going into February, what are some that you're really looking forward to? That would be great to discuss as well. But yeah, so overall, this is just going to be kind of more of a free-form video, if you will. Something that I don't do too often, and something that probably I won't do in the future for these recap videos, but that's just kind of what it is for this one because I really haven't watched that many episodes of current TV. So anyways, yeah, so let's go over some of the TV shows I watched without any further ado. So this month, I actually watched 45 episodes of TV in January, and there's a couple here that I watched in February, technically the last couple of days, but I include whatever I watched up until the making of this video, right? So there you go. So 45 episodes this month, which is definitely my high. But there's a lot of half-hour comedies in here that makes it a little bit easier to get those episodes through, right? Okay, so first I watched What We Do in the Shadows Season 2, all 10 episodes of that. And that was a really, really anticipated show for me in 2020 that I just kind of missed on. And so really happy that I went back and watched that one. Not going to have too many thoughts on that one because I have uploaded that review. I can't remember how long it is. I think it's 30 minutes or something like that. So anyways, that one, if you want to hear my thoughts on that, definitely check out the review because I'm not going to say too many more of my thoughts, but just overall, I guess, I think it's almost an improvement of season 1. I think Yeah, no, I think it is better than season one. It's close. There are some really good moments in season one, especially in kind of the middle of the season there, and towards the end. Some really great moments in the end. But this season, I just felt like was firing on all cylinders right from the beginning. There's some really great episodes in this one. Some of my favorites were probably On the Run. The first episode, Resurrection, Colin's promotion, right? Some of these episodes are just really good concepts and just hilarious writing, really clever writing as well, and just furthering that world, right, that they're building, and bringing in these concepts and these new creatures and all that kind of stuff, ghosts, right, a lot of witches, right, a lot of new concepts, and I really love the direction that they're going in. Now, I did have a couple problems with some things, a couple episodes in there. It wasn't a perfect season, but, definitely I'd say one of the best comedies on TV. Definitely the most unique comedy, I would say. It's not too high concept, but at least the concept is kind of unique, and I really enjoy it. So really look forward to season 3, which hopefully is coming this year. We'll have to see, because I think we're going into production in October or something like that, or November. So I'm not sure how well that's gone, or if they're finished the season by now. I'm not sure. Or there's been massive delays, probably, right? So hopefully this year it'll come out, but probably not in April as it usually does. So yeah. Really enjoyed watching that one for sure. Then we got Moonbase 8 Season 1, where I watched all 6 episodes of that season. And again, put up a review for it, and that one's, I think, pretty long as well. So if you want to hear my thoughts, go to that review for sure. But again, just overall, I thought, it kind of lacked the execution. I think there's a lot of potential there, I'm trying to remember back to some of these episodes. I think the last episode is the best of the season, and I think by quite a far margin, which is a bit unfortunate because I feel like a lot of people are going to watch the first few episodes and kind of tune out, and meanwhile the best episode is kind of saved for last, which I think is really unfortunate. But some really good moments. Tim Heidecker is really great in that one, and I think for some people, they really get that comedy, and they're gonna really like it. It kind of is just this restrained, kind of dry humor sometimes, and it's a little bit dramatic as well. It's kind of less just full-on comedy. It's a little bit of that drama. They're trying to bring some serious tones into it. I don't know that they balance them very well, but that's kind of what it is. So yeah, I was really looking forward to this one too, with John C. Reilly there. He's the big name that kind of got me into it. I wasn't fully, completely disappointed, but it definitely, it didn't quite meet its potential. It was a little disappointing, especially considering the names involved and everything that was kind of hyped up with the show. It was a little bit overhyped, a little bit, maybe overrated, but I did go in with some pretty high expectations, so maybe because of that, I felt more disappointed than maybe I should have. But anyways, that's what that is. 6-episode comedy series, and I'm not sure about a season 2 for that one. I think the ratings aren't even really the main issue. The main issue is getting Fred Armisen, Tim Heidecker, and John C. Reilly together again to do another season. Because these guys are really busy. They have a lot of other projects, and I just don't know if they're going to be able to get together again to shoot another season of the show, or if they even want to. So we'll have to see on that one. But I think with season 2, they could really refine some things, and I think it could be really good. I think, again, the potential is there. It's a really good concept, some really great stories, and kind of situations they develop here with this team, with these characters, but it just doesn't quite get there. So hopefully, season 2, if it comes, it'll be a little bit better. All right, so here, I'll go to this one next. So Soulmates Season 1, I watched 6 episodes of that, the full first season there on AMC. Again, just did my review for that one, and that one's over 40 minutes. So yeah, honestly, I really am not going to share many thoughts. because a lot of it has to do with each single episode, but it's basically the new sci-fi anthology. AMC's kind of claiming it to be their Black Mirror, all about love and relationships, about this new soulmate test that's been invented, and some really great performances all the way through. Betsy Brandt is in the last episode, which I think is the best, and her performance in that episode is probably the best I've seen her since Breaking Bad, and I think it's even better than some of her peak performances in Breaking Bad. So she's really great. It really is worth just watching that episode to see her in it, and she got nominated for the Critics' Choice Award, which was awesome to see, and that's kind of how I found the show. So anyways, I'll leave, kind of my thoughts in that review, but I was pretty impressed. I think it does kind of set itself apart in that whole sci-fi anthology space. I think it's better than the reboot Twilight Zone, Jordan Peele's reboot. I think Black Mirror, I think it's kind of on par with some of the decent Black Mirror episodes, if you kind of get me there. Black Mirror, the heights of Black Mirror obviously are way higher than what this show gets to, but I think with a season 2 they can really refine this, refine some of these stories and concepts, and I think again that can be really great as well. Really great. They have some really great stories, some really great concepts and ideas here, but the execution and the endings to these episodes are just a little bit lacking. They leave something to be desired, a lot of them, and so I'm just hoping maybe they can polish that a little bit, make it a little bit more kind of twisty and turny, a little bit more enthralling at times. And then hopefully season 2 can come out, into the bang. And they are definitely getting a season 2. It's already been renewed, so really excited about that, and really excited to see who they get next on this cast. We had some great ones: Sarah Snook, David Costabile, Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things, of course, Malene Ackerman. I'm trying to remember all the other ones. Bill Skarsgård, Betsy Brandt. So really great cast here, and really am looking forward to season 2 Soulmates. All right, so the next 3, I'm not sure my thoughts on the channel, and I'm just going to briefly touch on them now. Your Honor. So I've watched 8 episodes of that. I think I'm up to date now with part 8. Part 9 and 10 are coming in the next couple weeks. And I'll definitely have my review for the series. So again, I don't want to give away too many of my thoughts here, but it's been rough. I have to say. Bryan Cranston is by far the standout of this one, as I knew he would be. I think we all knew he would be. This is a return to form. I mean, he's really, really great. Although he pretty much is just playing Walter White in this show. I mean, like, the writing here is almost over the top, Walter White. Like, it's almost like the writers kind of wrote like a fan fiction part for Bryan Cranston to play and come in. So I don't know. I really don't see anybody else playing that character, and maybe that's just Bryan Cranston kind of opting to go for that approach. And it is a similar character in some ways. So anyways, he's great though. It doesn't matter if he's playing that similar character. He's great in that role, and he's great in this, obviously. But this all goes downhill after episode 2, I think. The last 6 episodes have just been basically this melodramatic, cliche writing, tropey, crime stuff, and a lot of stuff just is nonsensical and kind of some cringe moments here and there. But at the same time, I still want to watch each week because I want to see what happens and what kind of plays out. So in that sense, it is, it is, captivating, I guess. But so is shows like 13 Reasons Why and stuff like that on Netflix. A lot of Netflix shows like that. That doesn't necessarily make it a good show, and I don't think this is a good series, unfortunately. But anyways, I'll share more of my thoughts in that review for the series, which will be coming out in 2 weeks then, when the finale airs for that one. But definitely Bryan Cranston. I definitely see him being in at the Emmys this year, especially. This will be probably one of the weakest Emmy years in quite a while, and so I think he's definitely going to be in there, and he could honestly win for Best Actor in a Limited Series. So really looking forward to that one. All right, so then Better Call Saul. So I finished 6 episodes of that because I was on episode 4 of Better Call Saul, and I did my reviews for the first 3 episodes, and I'm really glad I did because I think episode 3 is maybe still the best episode of the season for me. And I already did my review for that. So really happy that I, did that and was able to get my thoughts on that on the channel. But these 6 episodes were great. Better Call Saul Season 5, really, really awesome. The ending was a little disappointing to me. The last 2 episodes in particular, Bagman, which is episode 8, was fantastic, man. And Vince Gilligan directing that episode. I didn't even know he was really involved with season 5. I didn't think he had any involvement, but he actually did come in and direct that episode. And man, was that, probably one of the best of the series for sure. And up there in that kind of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul universe. Really great episode there. But I felt like it kind of, I don't know, I was just a little disappointed with how the last 2 episodes went. Once we got Bad Choice Road and Something Unforgivable, especially that finale. That was a little disappointing where, again, I'm not, saying that I really want, something big to happen, because that's just not the show that Better Call Saul is. I mean, it really is a show where not a lot happens, and if it does, it happens very slowly. That's, it's a slow burn. That's the type of show it is. It's not like a Breaking Bad where you're going to get, an episode like Half Measure or Full Measure, right? And boom, and then, or an episode like Gale dying in season 3. So, yeah, but I did kind of expect a little bit more regardless of that finale, and it just didn't quite pay off. They set up a lot of tension and a lot of really great stuff, and then just kind of ended on that note. So, would have liked to see a little bit more there, but season 6, they got a lot of work to do, because there's multiple characters still alive and kicking that are not in the Breaking Bad world. So I have to see if they die, if they, move away, or maybe they're just not mentioned in the Breaking Bad world, but at least there's some explaining to do here. And I really did like, though, a lot of the Breaking Bad stuff's coming back. We even see Don Eladio in the finale. That was crazy. Really awesome stuff. So we're getting closer, and I really enjoy that stuff. I think I will say that Season 4 was better, though. I think Season 4 is still the best season of the show. I think Season 5 at times gets a little bit, I don't want to say fan servicey, but when it goes to those Breaking Bad moments, I feel like the show actually kind of, I don't know, like I really enjoy those moments, but I feel like it kind of damages what we've kind of gotten used to with the whole rest of the show, where those Breaking Bad parts go a little bit faster and a little bit, they're kind of on a different tone than the rest of the show, and especially the stuff with Jimmy. So, yeah, so I'm not sure, if they balance that, exactly, the best that they could have, but still a really great season. I think the second best of the show for sure. Season 3 had some really good moments. The chicanery is definitely, the peak of that one, with Chuck dying, but I think season 4 is probably top, and then season 5, close second. Really, really great season, and really happy I went back and watched it, and who knows when we'll get season 6, right? This was in 2020. In February and March. So yeah, I don't know. Probably not in 2021. It'll probably be 2022 by the time we get, season 6, and that'll be the final season of the show. I'm still not sure they're doing like a first half, second half type of thing where they do with Breaking Bad season 5. I would assume so, but maybe not. It'll probably be like a 7 and 6 or a 6 and 7, something like that, where they'll probably do that. So yeah, we'll have to see how that all unfolds, and where they decide to go with that one. Okay, so lastly is the Kominsky Method. So I've been watching that. I have 9 episodes for that. So I just finished season 1 and then started season 2, the premiere episode for that. And you know what? That premiere episode for season 2 was really impressive. I was kind of worried, although a lot of comedies, The Office is a big example where, you get season 1, and season 2 is like really where it starts to get good, and they really refine what they're going for. And I kind of see that so far with season 2 of that premiere. I was really impressed by it. Thought it was one of the best of the series for sure. So yeah, but season 1 was great. I really like the show. I think one of the things about it is that it's just not for everybody, and that's going to be kind of a problem with it. And obviously it's not made for everybody either. It's kind of a niche show for a specific audience, and it is, very low energy. I mean, not a lot of, there's not a lot of peaks and valleys to the show. It's more just straight line, consistent. There's some funny moments. There are some really hilarious moments as well, like that make you laugh out loud. And obviously Alan Arkin and Michael Douglas are really great Both great in it. Really, really awesome performances from them too. And then the supporting cast too. Sarah Baker is also really great in this as well. So yeah, just I like that they're able to do a show like this too. I think that is also just another positive of it, that they're able to do something this unique and something kind of this niche for that audience. And this is something, I don't know that there's anything like this on Netflix really. I of course there's like a Grace and Frankie and stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like this show is like almost its own thing on Netflix, and like I said, you never see this stuff on Netflix. So really happy that they got to go through with this one, and that it exists. And a season 3 is coming, but I've heard that Alan Arkin is not going to be in it. So I'm not that sure. I'm not very confident in that. But we'll have to see. I might check that one out after I finished season 2. But yeah. So, anyways, those are just kind of my thoughts on all the episodes I watched for January. Yeah. So 45 episodes. And I think I'm gonna continue catching up on some things. I also watched American Vandal as well. I forgot about that, but I did a little rewatch on that one. I didn't really count it because I have seen those episodes before. I've seen season 1 before. But I did a little rewatch of that, just, a couple nights. I think it's only like 4 hours of TV, but that one's really great. Really like that. And again, talking about shows that you don't really see on Netflix, that show is like the most unique, probably the best show that is that niche and that unique on the entire platform of Netflix. Jimmy Tatro, of course. Oh man, he's hilarious. And all the cast in that is just so great. And the vision behind that show, basically doing this mockumentary, true crime, but it's also comedy, really, really funny at times. And I just remember loving it in 2017, I think it came out. Just remember loving that show, and it was really great to rewatch it, and relive some of those moments. And I actually forgot pretty much all of it. I remembered actually kind of parts of the ending, but that was about it. So anyways, really happy that I rewatched that one. And I'll probably do some more rewatches soon, because there's not a lot of new TV shows on, but hopefully we get that going. Snowpiercer, I've seen, season 2 has started. I might check that out. I'm not sure yet, but that is like pretty much the only show I've heard of that is like new, coming out in the last couple of weeks. So hopefully there's some more soon, and we'll have to see. Anyway, so that'll just about do it for my thoughts on TV for the month of January. Again, hopefully next month we'll have more, and I can really do kind of a top 5, worst 3, best performances type of format again for that. And Your Honor, definitely 2 episodes will be there for sure, and I'll have my review out for that. And that probably will be my next review on the channel. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this one, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this month and what you're looking forward to in February once again. But yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching this one, and we'll see you in my next video.